This is WPI. We are the Gordon Library, and this is an introduction to APA-style conventions. We will be covering basic introductions to the APA 7th edition manual, as well as insights into the usage of APA standards. What is APA? APA stands for American Psychology Association, which is a professional association for researchers working in the field of psychology. More importantly, what does the APA do? Like many professional organizations, APA helps to create unified standards for the field. Standards, in this sense, are important because they allow colleagues or future researchers to follow your line of thinking. Think of citations as breadcrumbs, or better still, a map of your writing and thought process. When should you use APA? APA is relevant for social science disciplines like psychology, political science, and economics. Because IQP research asks students to identify local, cultural, or contextual information for their projects, APA will likely be the citation format you'll be using, but we'd recommend double-checking with your instructor if there's any question about which conventions to use. The basic elements of APA relate to author, date, title, and source. The author here is considered the creator, the date is the date of publication, title is the title of the work that you're citing, and source is the location where you found it, physical or digital location. We will address the arrangement of these elements for both inline and reference lists in the next videos in this series, but for now, just understand that those are the elements you'll need to identify. Now, let's talk a little bit about using APA, specifically as it relates to commonplace types of sources or kinds of evidence. Primary versus secondary sources. While you've almost certainly come across this conversation before, it's nice to have a refresher. Generally speaking, within scholarly works, primary sources report original content. A secondary source refers to content first reported in another source. Primary sources can include all of the following: laws, newspaper reports, speeches, diaries, letters, original research. In contrast, secondary sources are one step removed from primary sources. They can cover the same topic, but add a layer of interpretation and analysis. Secondary sources include most books about a particular topic, analysis or interpretation of data, documentaries. It's also important to note that some disciplines make wider use of primary sources, like history, but as a general rule, cite secondary sources sparingly. For instance, when the original work is out of print, unavailable, or available only in a language that you do not understand. Direct quotation versus paraphrasing. Remember, a paraphrase simply restates another's idea in your own words. Paraphrasing allows you to summarize and synthesize information from one or more sources, focus on significant elements, and compare details. Authors paraphrase their sources most, if not all of the time, rather than directly quoting from other sources. And that's it. So what have we discussed today? We've introduced APA 7. We've talked about some features and insights to get you started. Now, inline citation, followed by reference list generation in APA 7. See you there.